My name is Jocelyn Ubundi. I am the founder of Bougie Scents and Fragrances, and this is our story.
What inspired you to create Bougie Scents and Fragrances?
I was actually in the thick of COVID. That was the year 2020. I had gone to study my master's in the United Kingdom, staying in Scotland. Every 5 minutes, there was always a siren because that specific area was hit with a lot of high cases of COVID. We were in thorough lockdown. By thorough lockdown, which means you literally don't even leave the house. I know all of you can relate. This time, I decided to stock the house because most places were going to be closed down. I ended up buying a lot of candles. Why did I buy candles? Every day, I lit a candle, especially at the point when I had the siren. So for me, lighting a candle gave me a sense of hope and a sense of comfort that one day I'm going to return back home. Remember, at that time, there were no flights. There was no means of transport. I'm in a foreign country. I don't know when I'm going to go back home. But the thought of just lighting a candle gave me hope that one day this will all be over.
So why the name Bougie Scents? Where did it come from and what does it mean?
When I was looking for a name for Bougie Scents, I thought of something that would be unique. So I just went and checked out the meaning of a candle in a different language. And I came across bougie, which means candle in French. So I decided to go with bougie and scents because I wanted to create very different scents and a range of products, candles, diffusers, wax smells, and just to create a whole scent fusion.
Would you say that Bougie Scents mimics the brand, the name?
Oh yes, definitely. We can look at it in two ways. There's bougie, the candle, but then we also have other products. But a customer who buys from Bougie Scents or who relates with Bougie Scents, actually our entire community is based on people who love a sense of warmth, comfort, and just creating a cozy environment. So our brand is created for everyone who loves to make their space cozy, someone who enjoys their space like I do. If you know me very well, you know I enjoy my space. I love to be creative in my space, and I wanted to create that through scents. Remember, scents always invoke a memory. They always inspire you, or they'll take you back to a specific moment in time where it can be captured. And for me, that's how I capture memories and turn them into scents.
Speaking of scents and memories, let's go back to the beginning of Bougie Scents. Was there someone who inspired you? Was there a spark related to a memory that brought Bougie Scents to life?
I would say probably the someone, because the first time I actually thought about, I really want to do this very seriously, I lit my entire bedroom with candles, told my boyfriend then that I wanted to start a business. Funny enough, he was very supportive and said, okay, fine, that's good. I also told my family back at home. Remember, it was in the thick of COVID. So I also told my family back at home. I told my sisters, I told my brother, I also told my parents. They were very excited, but they were like, okay, candles? Of course, it wasn't something that was very popular back then, but I believe right now I have inspired quite a lot of brands to actually start their own. But one thing we always strive ourselves is the uniqueness and the quality that we offer in our products.
So this is a very, very creative brand. Do you mind walking us through the creative process of what this would look like when you want to develop a new fragrance?
Well, I'll start with the very beginning. Number one, I love to travel. So every time I'm traveling, it's just not about enjoying the good time and just being in a new place. For me, travel creates a sense of creativity, and every time I'm traveling, I always love to open up my mind to new places, new ideas, and most importantly, new memories that I turn into scents. So for example, there was a time when I went back to Scotland where it all began, and I went to a winter forest. So there was a waterfall. It was in the thick of winter, and I loved the feeling. I loved experiencing experiencing winter at that time, and I decided I want to turn this moment into a candle. And funny enough, that's what actually inspired the scent called Christmas Tree in our Christmas collection, which is one of the scents that has been doing so well, especially during the Christmas collection. Another example was the first time when I actually started off with the brand. I started off with 3 scents, which was mainly the blueberry muffin, the champagne and rose, and caramel dip. So the blueberry muffin, funny enough, I was so confused about choosing the scents, and I remember I went into the kitchen and one of our roommates then had bought a blueberry muffin, and I was like, this must be a sign, because I went, I smelled it, and I was like, okay, yeah, I've made up my mind. I'm going to take that blueberry muffin scent, and I was like, yes, I'm going to add it as one of the signature scents in the brand. So once it starts with that, through travel, I come back, I try and see what scents would be able to relate with a specific memory, and then I now start doing the sourcing. So most of our products are made locally. Actually, all our products are made locally. The only things that probably we import is the wax, the fragrance, basically the wax, the fragrance, and the wicks. The main reason also for doing that is because the cost over here is actually quite high. There are some candle suppliers, but the cost is quite high as compared to when you import them. And also when you look at the quality, there's quite a difference, and for us, we are proud and we stand on quality over quantity. So from that, we now go into the production room, whereby once we have all the equipment, we're now going to start with the process of melting the wax. So basically, when we melt the wax up to a specific temperature, and after that we pour it into our jars, and then we're also going to wait for it to cool down until a specific temperature. While that is happening, we are going to be heading out and doing the wicking process. So wicking is whereby you take the jar and you take the wick, and then you place the wick inside the jar. Once that is done, then you have already achieved a certain temperature. Then we are going to now start the pouring process. So during the pouring process, it's very, very meticulous. You cannot pour too fast, and you also cannot pour too slow. So you pour too slow, you're losing the temperature. And when you pour too fast, number one, you can create sinkholes. Sinkholes are those holes that you find inside the candle, because either you pour too fast, or sometimes you can also find bubbles inside the candle, and that could also contribute to pouring too fast. So also, when it comes to the wick selection, the wick selection is based on the jar type that you have. So it's basically measuring the diameter that you have for the jar, and then it's going to guide you on what wick you're going to use, so that we can always avoid things to do with tunneling, things to do with all those sinkholes, and just to get the best out of our candle. So after that is done, we always wait for a process called curing. Curing is where the wax and the fragrance actually blend in together, and this process takes a minimum of 2 weeks. So yes, 2 weeks. So once we do our production, we have to let our candles just sit and look nice as you prepare to just do any corrections if need be. But at this time, the candles are curing, and after that, you are now ready to trim off the wicks and do your labeling, and then finally you can package, and what is created in our studio now reaches your home very beautifully, and you are able to enjoy the product.
What is the best collection you've ever made, and why does it hold that title for you?
The best collection we have ever made is the holiday collection, which we actually launched last year. So if you're very keen at what we do at Bougie Scents and Fragrances, we are always elevating ourselves. We like being different. We like doing something new every time. We like to be unique. We do the unknown. So So for us, creating the holiday collection was something that was marvelous for us. So we have 3 scents: the Christmas spice, cozy Christmas, and Christmas tree that I had also told you about earlier. So this collection actually comes with a whole packaging and a free Christmas card, which if at all you're gifting your friends or your family, or even just gifting yourself, you're able to enjoy the candles. And because it comes as a set of 3, then you're able to use it in different places. Whether it's the Christmas tree, you can use it in the living room. Whether it's the cozy Christmas candle, you can use it in your bedroom. And if it's the Christmas spice candle, and especially if you're making Christmas cookies, Christmas cake, Christmas bread, all that is the perfect scent which you can use, and it elevates the entire house and keeps the whole place very warm during the festive season. I did so well last year, and we cannot wait to have it back this year.
What new collections should we be looking forward to this year?
So this year, I'm actually working on a collection as we speak right now. I don't know if I should mention it right now, but be ready for something that's new, a scent that we've never actually had at Bougie Scents and Fragrances, and it's basically going to be a coffee collection. Yes, I've said it. It's going to be a coffee collection. So I'm calling all the cozy coffee lovers. This is going to be the scent for you. I kid you not.
So tell us about the business side. Let's talk about capital. Like, how did you get it ground up running?
How did I get my capital? When I was doing my master's in the UK in international oil and gas law and policy, part-time we were allowed to work. Like the UK visa allows you to work 20 hours a week. I spent that time looking for a job. After a long time, I actually got a job. So I worked as a housekeeper in one of the service apartments. That experience actually is what gave me that capital. But most importantly for me, it made me appreciate each and every person's job, because sometimes people really look down on such jobs, but for me I feel like it's something which every job should be celebrated. I remember that time even when I told some people back home that I'm doing housekeeping. They're like, housekeeping? Ooh, housekeeping, what do you mean? But yeah, I was proud of it, and that housekeeping job is actually what funded my entire business, and for that I am thankful and grateful for it.
How was your experience working as a housekeeper to be able to get this capital?
It wasn't an easy job. It was very labor intensive. So every day that I used to go to work, of course, you wear your attire. You have to go, you clean, you do the beddings, you do the floors, you do the mopping, you do the hoovering. After that, you also do the laundry side. You put everything into order. But of course, that's something which I also learned during home science. So for me, it was a little bit familiar. But then at the same time, if you know how people work in the UK, you know how intense it is. So by the time I was actually done with my shift, I was so spent. So it was actually hard and labor that I did during that time. But of course, as I told you, I appreciated it, and I ensured that I saved most of the money that I got out from this particular job, and it's what funded Bougie Scents and Fragrances.
From Jocelyn, what does the day-to-day support team of Bougie Scents look like?
So that's a really good question. So our support team, basically my support team is my family. My family have played such a pivotal role in the formation of Bougie Scents and Fragrances. They are the first people who knew about it. They always talk about it. They always market it. Case in point, my dad has been so instrumental. Anywhere he goes, he would always carry samples. If he's going to the field, he's going to carry samples. If he's going for a conference, he'll always carry samples and even sell them at those conferences. Like, I mean, who does that? Also, My sisters have been very, very instrumental. They help, and also my brother, in terms of the production process, in terms of deciding what labels we are going to use, how we are going to blend the colors. I remember when we were making the pomegranate candle, we were very confused. So usually sometimes I do different designs. So everything in Bougie Scents is done in-house. The designing, the packaging design, all the designs are done in-house. And then is now when we get a supplier who can be able now to do the production as we have already designed it. So my sisters usually help in terms of the colors, in terms of the product formulation, and I feel like it's just such a very, very good support system. And most importantly also is my husband. My husband is always someone that has been very supportive and always cheering me in this business, because sometimes, as you know, building a brand can be one of the loneliest things you can ever do, but at the same time, if you have a good support team, it's the best thing you can. I need tissue. Put it up that tissue. Yes, so my support team, as I've said, my family, my husband, and my friends also. My friends have also been very, very pivotal. They always share, they always repost, they always talk about the brand, and for that I'm forever grateful.
So what products does Bougie Scents and Fragrances currently offer?
We have a range of products. So number one, we have our candles. Number two, we have reed diffusers. Number three, we have wax melts. Number four, we have also car diffusers. So two products of the reed diffusers. We have the car diffusers and we have the reed diffusers. And then for the candles, we have different sizes of candles. So they range from the tea light candles all the way to the 330 ml jars. Aside from that, we also offer candle making classes, which have been so fun to do, so fun to interact with. And aside from that, we also find ourselves in farmers markets where we can always engage with our customers and just experience the products.
So where can people find and shop the Bougie Scents and Fragrances products?
Our products are available, number one, on our website, bougiescentsandfragrances.com, whereby you can shop all your favorite products. We also do doorstep deliveries, and if you'd like to also visit us at our outlet, we are located at Digital Shopping Mall, first floor, shop number M26. That way you're able to interact directly with our scents. If you're actually confused with any of our scents or you don't even know what to buy, we also offer you a service whereby you can select the scents which you want to try out, and then our delivery person is going to come to your selected location and you can smell and take the one that you want. And also you can always find us at farmers markets. We do various farmers markets, so where you can also come and interact directly with the brand as you shop for your products.
Where do you see Bougie Scents in the next 3 to 5 years?
We want to have our products available in many retail outlets. That's something which we are currently working on. Also want to expand our brand regionally, expand into the East African market. So that's definitely something which you should look forward to, because I'm very excited about that.
What would you want people to take away from Bougie Scents experience apart from the candles and the diffusers?
Aside from our products, it's always about the feeling that Bougie Scents is always going to give you. Remember, scents will always be tied to a memory. So anytime you interact with us, we pray and hope that your experience is one that is welcoming, one that is warm, and most importantly, would put a smile and warmth into your home. So that is exactly what we want Bougie Scents to feel in your home.
What 2 pieces of advice would you give to someone who wants to be a chandler?
Good. That's a really good question. So number one, just start. Just start. And when you're starting, don't start with too many scents. pick a number of scents, maybe 4 to 5 scents maximum. Try them out, because with scents, it's very, very diverse. Not everybody would like a specific scent, but they would like the other scent. So also, when you're choosing your scents, do a lot of research. Some scents are harmful, so ensure that you're choosing scents that are actually eco-friendly and they are sustainable. Then at the same time, also when you're choosing your equipments and everything, do a lot of research. Research is one of the most important things. Sometimes, like right now, before I'm even going to launch the coffee collection, I can tell you one thing. It has taken me 1 year of just testing. 1 whole year of testing one particular candle before I actually launch it to the market. And why is this? Because product quality is something that is very, very important for us, and we do not want to create a product that does not perform, because you're spending and you're putting your money into that product, and we want to give you a product that is actually very, very good quality and value for money. And the last thing, which I would tell anyone who wants to start this business, have a community. Have a community, someone who can walk you through the journey, someone who can be able to troubleshoot with you, and leave everything to God, and everything is going to be fine.